I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch. Skid Row, I Remember You for the big homie Matt. And this is just the beginning of his DJ stream where he is going to bring us through a number of his songs that he wants us to review.
Correct.
If you too would like a DJ stream, reach out to us. VinandSori@gmail.com.
Correct. All of which is true. Everything she said is true.
Also, if you do a DJ stream, you can ask for the secret email.
Oh, that's how they get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You only get the secret email if you do a song. So that way you can personally contact me and I can let you know what's going on.
Personally. We need to rewatch that show, bro. You bastard. Got the lyrics? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You ever heard this song?
Yeah!
God damn, man, I got fucking chills up my butt crack for this show tonight, man.
Teenagers or young people.
I love want to come out here, and I think this is, I think that this is the last fucking show that we play with Guns N' Roses, and this has been the best summer of our whole fucking lives, man. Because they say that, rock bands aren't supposed to get along, and this guy sucks, and this guy sucks, but we're all fucking together, man. Can you fucking feel it or what? Hook up to the sound of pouring rain. Whoa. The wind and we whisper and I think of you. And all the tears you cry to call my name. And when you lean out of me, I keep there. I paint a picture of the days gone by. When love went blind and you would make me see. through the sleepless nights, through every endless day, well, I wanna hear you say,
They're saying, I remember you.
We spent the summer with the tide rolled down, wished every after would be like this. You said I love you, babe, without a sound. Well, I said I guess for my life and just one kiss. Running for your smile and dying for your kiss. Remember yesterday, walking in now that eyes is there. And through the sleepless nights, through every endless day, well, I wanna hear you say, you. We've had our share of hard times, but that's the price we paid. And through it all, we kept the promise that we made.
What are they saying?
Just wait about 30 seconds. This one will be done in a couple seconds. Will I sleep never be lonely?
Wow. Whoa, dude.
Oh my God.
Yes. The best thing about metal, bro. Holy moly, that dude can sing.
Scotty, you on the guitar, man. We woke up to the sound of falling. Watch the wacky dream of you. But nothing else can ever take you away.
What do they say?
Youth Gone Wild?
Youth Gone Wild. Okay, Youth Gone Wild. That's right.
Wow.
Do you realize that our mic is probably better than the mic he's holding?
That's pretty crazy.
And this dude he's a problem, bro.
Wow. That was live.
That man is a problem. Well, it's live and it was open air.
Yes.
Like the first, no disrespect, the first Slipknot show I ever went to. It was live and it was open air. They had like a 4-song set. It was Tattoo the Earth with it was Metallica, Slayer, Seven Dust, Mudvayne, all these crazy bands. Uh-huh. And Slayer didn't want to go on after Slipknot, so they pushed their bill up so that Slipknot could perform after them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's when Slipknot first came out, and they were impossible to follow. There was
so they weren't necessarily doing it like out of the like, oh, they're better, we should just, it was like, no, this is necessary. Oh, no, we can't follow them up.
That's a thing with bands. Like, bands won't even tour with certain bands because of that.
Yeah.
Because the band is not big enough to be a main stage band, but it's such a crazy, but like, when he went on that run toward the end of the song, it was, and I'm like,
jeez,
this is open air. He's got a crappy looking mic, and subhanallah, you know, like, it was just, I'm like, you just, some people,
no joke.
Some people are just mega talented, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
This is Laura Beth. That is Matt Brady's
niece.
Beautiful niece. Holy moly, what a work of art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an adorable picture.
I know. I know. Unbelievable. Beautiful kid, man. Beautiful kid.
Oh my goodness.
So I don't know, like, Brady, how much you want to
well, Brady, whatever you want to say, you can just put in the chat and then we'll pop it up on the screen if you want anything said.
Yeah.
But holy shit, this song was amazing. It was a really good love song, relationship song.
Matt says it's the best note ever held in rock, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I that's the best I've ever heard.
Floor's run on Ghost Love Score.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, there's two categories, male and female.
Right. I think that's the best male that I've heard, and Floor would be the best female. Mm-hmm. That's really interesting. You know, the one I saw with Floor, she was indoors, right?
Yep.
Was it inside?
Yeah.
Was it in a building?
No,
that was also open air.
It was outside.
Now, it's about 20 years later, so they had better tech. Actually, this is about 30, 40 years later. They had much better tech as far as, like, making stuff sound good. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man.
I think we gotta give it to this guy.
Because I feel like he had a lot less to work with as far as, like, technology, just quality of like I said, this mic is probably better than the mic that he had at the time. So I don't know. That's such a good question. I truly don't know. Between him and the Floor one, I don't know. It's the best. I don't know. I really don't know. That's such a good question. Such a good question. But the dude, okay, so Sebastian Bach is the name of that singer. The one that we just listened to? Mm-hmm. That his name was Sebastian Bach, and man, that dude can sing, boy.
Oh, is he the one that just passed away?
No. There's another guy that passed away, but it wasn't him. But the guy that we were watching is still alive, bless God. And his name is Sebastian Bach.
Does he still sing?
I'd
like to see how his vocals, aged.
Right. Right.
Sometimes they do. They age and they get sweeter with time. And other times it's like,
depends on whether or not
smoke too much.
I was just gonna say that, bro. I was gonna say it depends on whether or not you're a smoker. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Jinx.
Woke up to the sound of pouring rain. The wind would whisper, and I'm thinking of you.
And I'd think of you.
Yep. And all the tears you cried that called my name, and when you needed me, I came through.
Oh, they're not together anymore.
Why did you say that?
I didn't realize that.
Why do you say they're not together anymore?
I don't know. It just sounds like that. Pouring rain, the wind would whisper, and I'd think of you. Like, what? If she was right there beside him, wouldn't you say, like, something else besides I'd think of you?
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
And all the tears you cried that called my name. So is he saying that when she would cry, it would call to him? Like he wanted to help her? Is that
Where did
what
you
he's
see
saying?
that part?
And all the tears you cried that called my name, and when you needed me, I came through.
Yeah, I took that as she had problems that only he could solve, basically.
Yep.
So, a lot of times in relationships, those, people end up taking those roles. And, what? What are you thinking?
Oh.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I mean, why do you think, babe?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Why are you looking at me like that, bro? What did you do? What happened? What?
Why are you acting so like you don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm thinking about?
A problem that only one person could solve?
Well, no, just for me, there are, what do you say? There's issues with my personality or my person and things that I would have to deal with. But I don't believe there's anybody else on the planet that would say, hey, that's a problem to me.
Oh.
I think you're literally the only person that, I've been around a lot of people, and all my life, nobody's ever said, this is a real issue.
XYZ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever done that. You're the only person, and that, I think that it's important.
Would you have received it from anybody else? Is
No.
there anybody that could have said that to you where you would have listened?
No.
So is it possible that somebody did say that to you, but you did just...
No, because I would have remembered being insulted. So, yeah, no.
Yeah, I do think... Yeah, there are people, obviously, hopefully in everybody's life that, when you're really, really crazy, people say, hey, go talk to Vin. Because that dude's crazy as hell, bro. The video shows a homeless man remembering his ex-girlfriend. Okay, so that the official video has... So it's the... Yeah, okay. I paint a picture of the days gone by when love went blind and you would make me see. That is a good line, man.
I don't understand it. It's pretty. I like the sound of it. It's kind of draws me in, but I don't know what it means.
I'd stare a lifetime into your eyes so that I knew you were there for me. Time after time, you were there for me. So I think there he's talking about, people say love is blind.
Yeah.
And what they're trying to say is that true love does not...
keep a record of wrongs.
No, I don't think that that's what they mean when they say love is blind. I think what they mean... how, they have the picture of Lady Justice?
Yeah.
And she's got that thing over? Mm-hmm. Because it's she's got no partiality, right? So for justice, you got to have no partiality. So they put that over her face because she can't see anything. She's only taking in the information and judging based on the law and what she hears, right? Mm-hmm. So when people say love is blind, what they're saying is... It's almost a direct sort of... contradiction of beauty is in the eye of the beholder to a degree. In other words, if you truly love a person, you love them beyond their beauty or their ugliness. You just love them for them.
Yeah, that's why I said keeps no record of wrong. There's the wrongs of the person. Sometimes people overlook stuff.
Wrong is a moral issue. I think when people are saying love is blind, what they're saying is it doesn't matter how you look. Because you're supposed to look at the inside part of a person, the part of a person that you cannot see with your physical eyes.
It's talking just.
So
physical?
when people say love is blind, I think that that's what they mean. They're saying
that's interesting.
They're saying that the love, it's not really love if you love what you can see, because the real person is the unseen side of the person's personality, yada 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 yada. So when people say love is blind, that's what it means.
See, we never used it like that. We always used it although really, when you think about it, we were wrong because there was this girl and the guy, these two people were dating and we went out to eat, all three of us together. And I was the third wheel on the other side of the table. And, she was I think she put her bag in between them. And then, he had kind of, went close to her. She was like, my God, you're on my bag. This is, a $300 bag. Why, as if you just leaned on it like that. And I was like...
And we need to get that lady hooked up with Kevin Samuel.
She had bangs. Yeah, she had bangs. And he wanted to... I think, I don't know why he would have tried to even get close to her after the bag thing. But, he kind of, went close to her and he, ended up touching her bangs with his head. and she flipped out on him about the bangs, and I was thinking, how in the world is this happening? Because I was actually interested in him, and then they started dating, and so I was like, how is this happening? He was my neighbor. I was like, how is this happening right now?
And that girl was mistreating him like that?
Yeah. I'm like, but she was like, I don't know what nationality she was, but she was very pretty. And
was she Hispanic?
No, she wasn't Hispanic. She was, okay, you know what? I'm not going to say which nationality, but she was the type that looks really pretty when they're young, but they don't age well.
Oh my God. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So anyway.
Holy moly.
Anyway, so that was that situation. And, you know, we would, in a situation like that, we'd be like, I don't even understand why he's with her. And then, you know, people would say, well, you know, love is blind. You know, like, you're going to overlook all these, like, obvious issues because, but really, I don't know necessarily if it was love.
Yeah. That, okay. No, I could see that. That makes a lot of sense. I could see, yeah, I think that's definitely a valid application of Love is Blind. Like, he doesn't see her faults.
Yeah.
Her very obvious faults.
As something like major. Like, you're dating and the girl won't let you get close to her. Like, she puts her bag. Not because she, like, wants to have, like, a sort of moral thing. It was just, I don't even understand. Why even date the guy?
She was very beautiful. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So
okay.
In that sense, so in my sense of Love is Blind, that would not be the right application, but in your sense, it would, and I think both of them make sense. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. She was really pretty, but like she couldn't be a supermodel or anything because she was short.
Right.
Just like a petite little.
You don't know anybody that could have been a supermodel other than yourself. You're a super. You have the height for it. You have everything.
Thank you.
But Soraya, most people are not like that.
But anyway, so that
you can all say everything I tell you. It's not a secret. Okay. Well, read it because I think it's important.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up, Unwritten Craft?
Okay, so the little beautiful baby that was on the screen was. Well, we already said her little name, Laura Beth. And I feel like, what if he doesn't remember writing this? He said, my sister gave birth to Laura Beth 2 months pre-me, less than a month ago. She was conceived by rape.
Now, hold on for 1 second. Ben, this is one of those times. Don't make any jokes, bro. Just if you can't say something nice or positive, Ben, don't say anything. All right, continue. He said
that she is such a blessing to all the gloom. And I've actually heard multiple people say that in a situation like that was how the child functioned. But look at that little peanut. Oh.
So this baby was conceived in an assault.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep. And she chose to keep the baby and wow. Beautiful.
Beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. Holy moly.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look at this kid, y'all. Look at that face, man.
You better get that baby off the screen. I'm starting to get baby fever.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Wow. Okay. So I'll pull the lyrics back up.
This unbelievably beautiful kid. Yeah, and so like yeah, man. Wow.
Oh, I want to squeeze her little cheeks.
It's just crazy to me, like, how incredible this kid is, and she has no idea.
I know.
They have no idea. That's the that's the most amazing thing ever. Like, I don't know. It's just great.
What a little tiny gift. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. And shout out to the mom, man.
Yep.
Man, that is. Shout out to that mother. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Matt, send my secret email. Send me a link of something that she needs, and we will send it to her. We would love to be able to do
100%.
that. So
and I mean that forever, like literally forever. Literally,
whatever she needs,
anything she needs ever, anything she wants. Her birthday, I don't give anything. Mm-hmm. Seriously, I'm dead ass serious, bro. Damn, bro. That's deep, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But if you look at the Love is Blind application there, and I want to be very circumspect in what I'm saying because this is an extremely volatile topic. Mm-hmm. For that woman to say, that baby is not the criminal. That baby doesn't get the death penalty. If I believed in the death penalty, the evil bastard that did what he did should be executed. Mm-hmm. And to make that decision in the current context that we're in right now is unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. So I don't want to condemn anyone by praising this woman. So please don't hear the opposite implication as me condemning you. I'm working. Everybody knows where we are with abortion. Everybody knows that. But it's very, very important to me that everybody also knows that, particularly when it comes to women, I will say dudes who pressure their girlfriends to get abortions, I'm not very good at loving those people. Right? That's just where I'm at right now in my life. But as far as the women goes, I have no judgments and I have no condemnations. But I just want to praise this woman for giving that kid a shot. And then God uses that kid to especially bless everybody in that home and bring joy and happiness and healing to an otherwise horrible situation. I mean, you know, it's unbelievable to me. Like, all of us are looking at this kid like, holy shit, look how beautiful it is, blah, blah, blah. And like, she could have been extinguished, man. Like, it's just really, 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 really heavy situation. So shout out to the mom, shout out to the baby, and we've just officially adopted the baby. So
let us know, because I love
if you've got a college fund, I mean, I'm literally talking anything, bro. Seriously, please hit us and please give us the opportunity to participate and support. Unbelievable stuff. All right.
Okay, so where were we?
Oh, she needs a diaper bag. Done. Her mom is carrying around one that says Stranger Things.
Yeah, but does she like it?
Matt, listen, in the next hour, send Soraya an email with the exact picture and link for the diaper bag so we can get it.
Yep.
Okay? Literally.
Yep.
Okay? Holy moly. That is so amazing. And thank you, bro, for sharing that, man. That's crazy. That's going to save a life, guaranteed.
The person responsible is deceased.
Okay. Well, that's a rough chat, bro. I paint a picture of the days gone by when love went blind and you would make me see. But I like, so we talked about the Love is Blind concept, but the whole you would make me see, that's really good literary. You see the contradiction?
Yeah, I do.
Love went blind, see. You would make me see.
Yeah.
So I don't know if love being blind is positive in this context. Maybe love being blind is he gave up on love and then she came around and made him see.
Oh.
Which is the story of me and you, right? Like that's that was the whole situation. Well, I always believed in the concept of love, actually. I just didn't think, that it was, for me. Which, I mean, I don't know. I'd stare a lifetime into your eyes so that I knew you were there for me time after time. You were there for me. Remember yesterday, walking hand in hand, love letters in the sands. This dude can write, bro. Mm-hmm. I remember you through the sleepless nights, through every endless day. I'd want to hear you say, I remember you. Man. We spent the summer with the top roll down, and we wished ever after would be like this. He said, I love you, babe, without a sound. I said I'd give my life for just one kiss. I'd live for your smile and die for your kiss. Yeah, man, that's some massively poetic stuff, man.
Yes, it is.
And it is interesting, like, there is something about the summer and young love, you know, when you're just out and, you know, he's got the top down, you know, hey, big rock star. Like, that must have been fun, man. Like, you know, we had a, you know, one of those legendary summers too. I remember like walking with you one time in that summer, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I try to like stop and like feel the feeling, because I was like, you know, because I'm getting better at recognizing moments. Like, boom, this is gonna be like one of those moments that you look back on. Remember, like, we had that crew, and I told them, like, you guys need to really, really appreciate this shit, bro, because it's not, you know, because I you know, and the other thing too was, you know, at the time, you know, I had a different kind of occupation, so I, you know, I was training really, really, really hard because I wanted to make sure that I was, you know, I was going to be able to play my position and my folks were going to be able to, you know what I mean? So it was really, there was a lot of stuff. That summer was crazy, man. My mom died that summer. That was a crazy summer, dude. Like, that was an unbelievable, I can't believe so much shit happened in one time, you know, and there was so many, like, there are certain things where, like, there was nobody I could talk to, you know what I'm saying? Because of, you know, whatever. And then
you were like on fire that summer.
Huh?
You were like on fire that summer.
What do you mean?
There was so many things, like you said, there was so many things that were happening, and so many unbelievable things were happening. And you were a badass at all of them. Yeah. So it's a good song, man. It's a good song. It's hard though, you know. It appears this did not end well, and I always think to myself, like, what is the value, or maybe lack of value, of living in that memory? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God. Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like, is it good to just sit there and ruminate on those things, or do you put them out of your head and move on? I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that question. I guess everything is about balance to some degree, but I don't know. Heavy.
I guess it depends. Like, from what somebody in the chat said, he was homeless, and this was a relationship that he had in the past. So, you know, I think that to never remember the time of such sweet love would be sad. Like, you know, there's that question, is it better to love than to have never loved? You know, loved and lost and never to have loved at all.
Yeah.
So I think that he's saying it's better to have loved and have lost. That's why he's thinking about it. Because if it was better to never have loved at all, then he would be better off to just forget her and forget everything that they had together. However, I think that sometimes memory and remembering things can just be so painful, especially if, like, you know, we don't know. It doesn't say in this song what happened in their relationship, but let's say he messed it up, then it would be very difficult for him to remember, knowing that he was the one that now he's in the situation he's in and it was his fault. So,
yeah,
you know.
Interesting. VC Forever says that in the video, the homeless guy burns the photos and moves on. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be some kind of balance, man. Like, it's really interesting. Like, this might get a little, you know, maybe we'll cut it out in the thing, but, like, I don't think we've ever really sat down and had this conversation, so this is, like, completely inappropriate. But hey, you get a box. We both have, like, old letters from both of our exes.
I don't have any
or photos. Sorry, you had. I walked into closets, a couple photos, blah blah blah. There's a box that she used to have with all our shit in there. You know, I saw the box with the photos of your stuff. I was like, oh, okay. You know, and then, like, and I was like looking at my shit, and I'm like, oh, like, that's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So it's kind of like, I'll probably never do this again. We'll talk off. If you never see me for the next 4 days, you'll know. It's one of those things where I looked at the pictures and I have no, like, there was nothing like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how I feel about those letters. Like, that was a period of time in my life. It was an important period of time in my life. It's how we got here. And I think you know now how I feel about homegirl, like, that there's no whatever. And I don't feel it. I don't feel threatened by that. What's your thoughts on that? Is that a thing where you say, hey, we need to have a separate conversation because we need to kind of, like, finalize this? Or is it one of those things where you're like, I always want to have a record of You know what? I could go either way, to be honest with you. I'm not sure.
It's actually interesting because I too. No, I don't think I could go either way. I think the reason why I couldn't go either way is because we have kids. So if you didn't have any kids and I didn't have any kids, then I would say we should just get rid of those pictures. But because you have kids and I have I had Selah before. I think that, for me, so those pictures that were floating around in the closet, I noticed that what had happened, I actually got rid of them quite a few months ago.
You did?
I did. Because I was cleaning out the closet and I started realizing that I had a pattern that I wasn't recognizing as a pattern. That when I would come across a picture, I'd just stick it somewhere because I felt bad to just throw it away because it was a portion of my life.
Yeah.
So to just throw it away felt wrong. But so I would just tuck it away because I didn't want to see it necessarily or reminisce about it. And it just had a weird feeling to me. So I would just stick it. So that's why you were finding different, because I kept sticking them in just random places.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't see them, but I wasn't throwing them. And
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
So weird. Yeah.
The last time that I cleaned our closet out, when I set up the top, I came across them. And then that was how I realized that I was creating a pattern of doing that. And I said, okay, I need to draw a line and I need to decide what I'm going to do here. Mm-hmm. And I thought, all these floating pictures are not necessary. I think that I kept the wedding photos because I thought, when Selah gets older, she might, be curious. Well, what was your wedding? And what was, and so that to me will be hers if she wants it. If she doesn't want it, I completely understand and she could throw them all away. I would keep the pictures of my meme or, you know what I mean, that are in those photos. But, but I think that if I had I'm not saying I'm completely cold about it, but I am saying that I don't. For instance, if I was in another relationship and I had pictures of us, I could not have those pictures.
Right. If we,
I
agree.
I couldn't, and I would have to just put everything out of my mind. It just would be too painful.
It's hard. Yeah, I wonder about that with myself too, because the nature of our relationship is so fundamentally different from the nature of the previous relationships we were in for both of us. Mm-hmm. And I mean, the long story short is, it's hard because, the role that I have with my ex is different than the role you have with your ex. You have a more traditional role, which is just acerbic and court and thousands of dollars. Thank you, patrons. Seriously. And mine is more, permanent caretaker. No disrespect to her, but she's got a complex of mental issues but, she was around for 2 seconds around us and she's like, you never did X, Y, and Z thing with me. Mm-hmm. And, I feel terrible about it because she's right. I mean, the implication is you love her way more than you love me. And I feel terrible about that, but it's true. And it's not because she created all these problems. It's just, it is what it is, So, yeah, it's a pretty complex situation, But at the same time, it's not complex at all. And it's funny because so many things get brought up in these
I know.
things, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe our friends are here. She isn't going to get crazy, but yeah,
I don't have any. The picture thing. Of course. So when I moved here, the kids had there was pictures all spread out all over the basement. The kids had gotten, they were younger at the time, and so they just got into the boxes, and stuff just started getting spread around. They were playing down there, and so there was pictures everywhere. And so I went to clean the basement to give the kids an area to have as a playroom. And when I was down there, as I'm picking up the pictures, there was a lot of memories in those pictures, and there was pictures of you guys together, and it was difficult for me. And there were some pictures that were if you guys were cheek to cheek, or like at a concert or those types of things where it looked like a really super special moment, those were hard for me. And so there was like, when we talk about like, there's like multiple versions of you inside yourself. There was like one version of me that was like, well, fuck that. I'm throwing all this shit away. And then there was the other part of me that was like, that's not right. You can't just take somebody else's memories and get rid of them because you don't like it. And so I just, stacked them all up and put them down there, and all of them, like I kept them all together. And then she had come back one time and she got rid of them herself. So
yeah, she did.
A lot of them. I don't know. No, I don't think all of them, but like a lot of them.
So some. Okay,
Did I say too much?
No, you didn't. I'm about to say too much, but I think it's important. But one of the main. So I talk a lot about we've had family members kill themselves. One of them was the worst one. The very worst one was my ex's mother, because my ex's mother was basically my adoptive mother pretty much senior year in high school. Like I spent more time over there than I did over
I think that you guys had a lot of similarities from when you talk about her. Yeah.
Yeah, me and her mom were extremely similar. And so
like the roles that you play in people's lives.
Yeah. So for me, especially with her, because my ex is way more, dramatic and verbose about her issues. Like her mom never talked about her issues. So long story short is like, there's this giant fear that I have that, she's not going to respond. I'm going to go there. I'm going to find her dead. And I got to go tell the kids, hey, here's yet another tragedy. And now there's no pictures for them to look at with their mom. Like I was talking to my brother. Shout out to the homie. I was talking to my brother and I was like, yo, man, like, do you have any pictures of mom? Cause like we didn't take a lot of pictures, man. And when we did, like, we never really, cause we moved so much. So I only have like 2 or 3 pictures of my mom. And I'm like, I get in these moods where I'm like, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she's gone. I have this like YouTube account, and she has a comment under there.
Really?
This atheist student's coming after me. So my mom was like, she's like, oh, Vincent, I'm very proud of you. Blah blah. I was actually on assignment in Houston when that shit happened, because I had actually gotten in trouble. They were like, yo, you can't like. You can't have any presence online at all whatsoever. So I had to whatever. But so I never responded to the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I got in a lot of trouble, which rightly so. But I didn't respond to the guy. So then my mom jumped on and whatever. But that's all I have. You know what I'm saying? Like I have that screenshot, and then I got like 2 or 3 pictures. So that's the shit that's like, as far as the letters go, like, yeah, like I completely get that, because honestly, I don't want the kids seeing that. Like, there's one or two that are like cute conversations, and I'm like, okay, you probably want to see this or whatever, but like the other ones are
yeah,
obvious, and it's nothing like what people would think. I mean, it was hey, I'm gonna roll up on this dude, I'm gonna cut him up and blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't me saying that, it was her, because she was crazy and she would have done it. A lot of those letters was me going, yo, chill, bro. Like, we don't need to, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, holy shit, this
yeah, I mean, even
this review went crazy. But go ahead.
Even with that, and you probably would disagree with me. I don't know, because I'm not in your situation, but I think that if it was me, I would even want to keep those things, because more than likely our kid. I didn't read those letters, so I don't know. Maybe they are just way too much. But at the same time, like, there are, like, if my parents died and I had their journals or their whatever, like, all of their mistakes and whatever just kind of like put out there to read and to see, like, who were they deep down to the core, that would be important. I would want to read that, and I would want to know, like, who were they, because parents only show you a certain side of themselves because they're your parents. And so,
although,
well, yeah, but they don't, You know what I'm saying? Like,
we've got some unorthodox parenting.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. But no, I hear what you're saying.
So for me, in that, if it was like, I would not say that, like, if the letters were sexual in nature, then no, I don't think that kids should be privy to that. But if it was,
but if it's violence, it's okay. It's always with
no, just because, and the reason I'm saying that is because not because it's sexual content, but because it's like the sexuality of your parents. Like, I don't think the kids should be hearing that.
Yeah.
But
no, I agree.
But as far as, like, this is what they were when they were teen, because also you are a part of who your parents were. And so it might have some explanatory power, or, they might read something and be like, oh, I've thought that but never said that. Or, I don't know, there just might be something in there for them. So again, I never read the letters, so I don't know. As a matter of fact, it's so funny because Vin actually has really nice handwriting, and hers is like more like scratchy-ish.
Yeah.
So when I was
Did you
coming
see King
across...
Von's?
Was it really nice?
Oh my God, he's better handwriting than me. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Shout out to King Von, rest in peace, homie. Damn, bro.
When I came across those letters, though, I was like, what is this? And so I read a little bit, and then I realized it was a correspondent between two people. But the handwriting that I thought, it was very confusing because...
Right, because you thought the messy one was me.
Yes, and the neat one was her.
And the neat one was her, yeah.
Right, and so I was like, I didn't know... So, honestly, I literally have no clue what any of those letters even said, even the bits that I read, because I couldn't figure out who was who and what was going on, because it was just so confusing, and my mind just couldn't accept what I was seeing. Because I'm like, well, this sounds like Vin, but that's her writing. So, wow, they were very similar.
Nah.
So, anyway.
We were not. All right, what do you get the song? We spent way too much time on this review.
I know, but this is a good one. This is Action 11. I really like this
one. It's an 11, a 9.5 for me. Holy shit, an 11.
Yeah.
There you are, dear listener. The moral of the story is throw them all away, set them all on fire. Or
save them for your kids.
Never get into a relationship ever in your life. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.